I'm not sure how to start this video. I'm not sure why I'm even making this video, but let's just get into it. We'll just go. Well, how we do all the videos here, never scripted, have an idea, and I'll just let my thoughts just run wild in this video. Welcome back to Mr.BetonYou. What is a gig tuber? What is a content creator within the gig economy space? What is that? When I say gig tuber, when I say content creator, when I say influencer, what comes to your mind? First one word, put it in the comments real quick. I think we'll have a wide range of opinions on that. Some people look at the word gig tuber or content creator in the gig space and they look at that as a negative. They look at that as it's silly. They look at it like they're tired of it, they're bored of it. Those are all valid opinions and thoughts depending on how long you've been watching and who you watch. But I've noticed in the last couple of years since I've been in this space, people come and go from becoming a content creator for various reasons. And what's great about YouTube is whatever niche you're in, this is gig tube space, whether you're a teacher, an entertainer, whether you're somebody that's a reactor and you make content in this space or others, I've noticed people are starting to leave. Not just in this space, in all spaces, on YouTube specifically. They're going to apps like Rumble. They're going to do more on Instagram or Facebook Reels. And they're following where maybe there's less stringent rules, more money opportunity, or just a new thing that's more exciting. Because as a content creator, as a gig tuber, this space can get watered down. It has been watered down. It can get bland at times. It can get hard to make a similar video and try to put a different spin on it. I think a lot of gig tubers, a lot of content creators on any niche really, okay? Not just gig tube, but you're always trying to not reinvent, but you're trying to not make the content boring. And when you make as many videos as I do or other content creators, you sometimes can feel like, okay, is this video really gonna hit? Did I make this already 100 times? Do I have something new to add, new to teach? Can I entertain in a different way? It's a grind to be a gig tuber, content creator. It can be a grind. And if you're one of them, if you're a fellow participant in the content creation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Regardless if you make a daily upload or a weekly upload, it is a grind. And I believe that's where we're starting to see a lot of people not want to do it anymore, stop doing it. I watched several videos today outside of this gig tube space where creators are, I'm leaving, I'm quitting, I'm done, why I'm not uploading anymore, why I'm not creating content. And these are from all different types of niches, smaller channels and channels with millions of subscribers. So they got me thinking, man, if you got millions of subs and you're just gonna let your channel go, wow. And just because you have millions of subs doesn't mean you're making substantial money. It depends on how many videos you make. It depends on a lot of factors, right? But there are channels with millions of subs that probably doing pretty well. But if you got millions of subs, you might have people you're paying to produce the content. So the YouTube space for you as a content creator might be a wash, but you might be using it to sell courses, to plug products, and that's where you could make your real money. So the YouTube space is just weird. I think it's become watered down in some spaces, not just GigTube, overall. Everybody wants to be, not everybody, pause. A lot of people now, more than ever before, want to create content and make money. It is a way, it is a job for some. And people aren't going to those 9-to-5s, getting degrees. They're like, I'll make content. I'll do Twitch. I'll do Rumble. I'll do YouTube. I'll do this. I'll do TikTok. And there's money to be made in that. But I always wonder what percentage of currently 270 million content creators, 270 million, not just on YouTube, but overall, that's how many people are producing content like this or something similar. That's a lot. The number is going to continue to grow because some people do it for, whether you're a gig tuber and you do it for clicks and views and for an AdSense check, whether you do it to build a community, whether you do it because you just want to get your feelings and thoughts out there, which is really what YouTube was about. The AdSense stuff is mostly kind of newer if you think about it, right? Looking at content creation as a way to make money is a newer concept in the landscape of vlogging and blogging and things like that, right? But it's just curious. I know I'm rambling, but I ask myself, how long will I continue to do this? How long will I continue to make gig content? How long will I continue to produce content? I think for me, the answer is simple. I see myself producing content for the foreseeable future. Now, whether that's gig content or not, or mixing in other things, and we mix other things in here, that will be yet to be determined. That's going to be basically where my life takes me, what avenues and what doors are opened, and what I'm feeling like. Because YouTube is great in that I can create any content that I want, whether somebody likes it or doesn't like it, and I can create what I want to create, say what I want to say. And I think there's still a tremendous amount of value and potential earnings capability in doing that and just speaking your mind. I think people like that. But a lot of people are going away from YouTube and they're trying other things. So should I try Rumble? Should I try more Instagram? Should I get on Facebook? I ask these questions of myself because am I missing out on opportunities? Am I missing out on relationship building, ad opportunities, revenue opportunities, to where maybe I don't have to talk about DoorDash or deliver DoorDash Monday through Friday like I do. I want to get away from that. You guys know that. But I'm curious, just when will that happen? When will I have the time in a moment where it's like light bulb? I'm a light bulb kind of guy. I'm a moment kind of guy. Something happens, it makes me think something, I react, and then I go. So I'm asking myself, when is that going to happen with YouTube? Is it going to happen with YouTube? Is it going to happen with the gig space? Is it going to happen? I've done a lot. I'm not going anywhere. I still like making this content. There's still value, and I still enjoy the grind of it. But at some point, as I'm looking at other content creators and all kinds of niches, that burnout, that questioning, that reflection of, why am I doing this? Is it still purposeful? Is it worth my time? I think a lot of people in the content creation world have those moments. And I've had them from time to time, here and there. But at the end of the day, I still like producing this content. I still like the community. I still like challenging myself. I like sharing new things. I like trying to entertain. I like trying to be myself, and maybe I go on a rant and I share a story, a little story time, a little this, a little StreamYard link. We can talk about it on Sunday Lives. I still enjoy that stuff. And there's so many new people that come to these apps and are going to continue to come to the gig economy to do DoorDash, Instacart, catering, delivered that, whatever it is. There's still a lot of people coming that might want to come to the Wednesdays, Motivation Hour, where we just keep it real. We talk about life. We talk about things. I challenge you. You challenge me. I think there's going to be a growing space for that kind of content if I really do it the right way. So it's Saturday. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's a great day. And I had my hands in some dirt today doing some yard work, pulling weeds, planting some flowers. And I was just thinking about the things I was listening to while I was working, the things that I was watching. And content creation is on the rise. But I think we're seeing some of the OGs or people that have been doing this in all kinds of niches starting to question, is YouTube really as relevant as it's been? And are these YouTube streets watered down to where I'm just another fish? There used to be a couple of fish in the pond. Now that pond has got so many fish and the room's getting tight. It's getting tight. And that's okay. But it's a question for y'all, my fellow creators. How long can we sustain this content? How long will you make content? And will you ever want to change into something different? Some people say you got to start a brand new channel. You can't pivot to algorithm. That's not always true. I know a few people that have kept that same channel, same YouTube account, and have shifted and have done very well. So at the end of the day, I think it's just about creating good content. I think that shows through the screen. Passion, knowledge, and everything shows through the lens. And I think people recognize real and they recognize fake, right? And as long as you can continue to keep it real, as long as you can continue to have a passion for the creation, I think there's still value in it. But I do salute all the content creators that are wanting to try something different for whatever reason. I think that takes a lot of guts, a lot of balls. And I think that that's fantastic if we're working towards something else and you want to do something else, whatever niche you're in on YouTube. Sometimes it's fun to have that unknown and to start over a little bit and do something different and risk some things. I think that's amazing. And at some point, I'm going to make that. I've tried little things here and there, but at some point, yeah, it won't always be Pedro, DoorDash, Santiago. And I'll be honest, when we hit 100K subscribers, which has been a goal of mine for the last couple of years, and we will hit it, whether it's this year, next year, or 5 years from now, it will happen. Maybe that'll be the moment where I might drop out and I said, hey, we did this. I've done what I needed to do. Now we can go on to maybe some different things. But do I want that plaque to say Pedro Dordes Santiago? I don't know. Do I want to say Mr.BetonYou? Is it time for a name change? I'm not sure. Just a lot of things going on in my world and in my head. But at the end of the day, I still enjoy making this content. I enjoy the comments, the lives, the new people, the help that I've been able to give, the motivation, the relatability. I think there's a lot. I think I sometimes forget how humbling it is to have a community on YouTube in a relatively short amount of time. People that wait to watch your videos, look at a short, want to come on your live stream, email you about stuff. There's still a lot of that. So I ain't going to stop, because I think there's enough people that still like the content, absorb it for whatever reason. So all my fellow content creators out there, I know it's not easy. I know it's sometimes difficult, hard. You don't see the results. Keep plugging away as long as you have a passion, but know that it's YouTube. You can do whatever you want on any of these platforms for the most part. You can have a say, you can have a voice, you can have an opinion, and you can do it on YouTube. And if you're making money while doing it, I think that's something to be extremely proud of, because now you're providing for your family a whole nother way besides the regular stuff you do. And if you're able to make YouTube a full-time income, that's great. But how long will it last? How long can you sustain it? And will burnout come in at some point? And if more fish come to make that content at that pond, will that take away views and eyes and engagement on your channel because somebody else is producing something that people like better? That time might come for me. And will I still produce content if one person's watching? It's a great question. I don't know. But if it ever gets to that point, I feel pretty confident I'll make the right decision for me and mine and for y'all. Content creation, leaving YouTube, it's a lot of talk right now in a lot of communities, not just ours. It is. If you do a quick YouTube search of YouTuber quitting YouTube, you'll be amazed on what's popping up right now. I feel like it's a trendy thing. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here. I still like it. But I just wanted to talk and just get my thoughts out and see what you guys think in the comments below. Would you watch if I did something else? Will you continue to watch if I continue to do the same kind of similar content, but you're not really learning anything? Will you still watch just because you want to see what I have to say and because you rock with me? Maybe some of y'all, but maybe not most. So y'all tell me in the comments below. I enjoy content creation. If anything, maybe I've limited myself because I haven't done it on other mediums, but I really like YouTube for a lot of different reasons. So no reason for me to stop right now. To my fellow content creators that I watched today that talked about their journey on YouTube and shared their perspective, I appreciate that. Thank you, because it gave me something to think about. And it gave me something to think about what I'll be thinking like you're thinking a couple of years from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now. I don't know. But I'm actually looking forward to just the journey to get to that point. See you guys tomorrow.